Alright, Nick's not gonna be here for another couple of minutes, and Tin Captain went to eat food, but I figure we might as well, get kind of started. Let me turn back the volume for Danganronpa. Okay. Once again, my entire streaming setup did get kind of wiped with my hard drive. So let me know if you can hear everything okay, see everything okay, like hear the voice acting and all that fine. I mean the voice acting that isn't me, but yeah, I apologize for the unexpected problems we had last week. The stream couldn't go on. I was upset too because I did want to see more of this, but hey, we're here now. Sayaka isn't. If you recall, our last stream was us starting the game, getting through prologue and most of chapter 1. That's what these save files are. So, we got to Hope's Peak Academy. We got roped into a Hunger Games by a way too cheerful bear. We got to know a lot of quirky characters. We got an ultimatum that we will only be able to graduate from the school if we will only ever be able to leave if we kill somebody. And now someone is dead. And that someone is Ultimate Pop Sensation Sayaka, who I hope I'm pronouncing that right, who was doing her best to be close to our main character, was our assistant, might be psychic. I'm not entirely sure, so we're gonna try and find out who killed her. Also, I forgot I was gonna do a whole section where I sang that song for the National before this started, but Nick kind of threw that off. Alright. You ditched your parents. I shouldn't condone this, but oh well. Alright, let's get going. Load this save game. Continue. Game will begin from where you left off. School life, deadly life. Was a ceiling I remembered seeing before. And when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. Ah! Oh, you're awake! Finally! Are you okay? Now's no time for sleeping. Get your butt up. Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here.
Well,
it's no surprise considering what happened. What happened? Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream? What I saw, it was real? That's right, it really did happen. Sayaka is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. I don't know, I would say Chi was pretty good girl too. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is...
Just give up.
You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. No, I have to see her for myself.
Why?
Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Aoi's pretty good, too. What good is it gonna do just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out at the gym at a time like this? Our friend, Sayaka, she's dead! Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she really was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Manakua, he told us all to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But
So...
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
Correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Well, we kind of do. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. He's here again.
Hey,
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
listen up.
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the bear times one rule.
But
Then, who did it? Who killed her?
come on.
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka. Don't be stupid, that's...
What?
Huh? What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you do your stupid metaphors, you're not Dementio. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began?
Yahoo!
One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well...
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
Wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious?
What is this?
Someone killed someone? It is amazing what some people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Hey, hold on. Just don't assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. I like that clip. Stop talking. Before I do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right? Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. Stupid laughter. More stupid laughter. Why are you laughing? It's 'cause... Naive? You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here? I mean, that doesn't sound easy to me, but...
Hey.
You're super naive. Devilishly naive. Hellishly naive. No. The real thing has just begun. The real thing?
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have yet to uphold, remember? You have to uphold. I can't read.
Perhaps.
You're referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations. Anyone who kills a fellow student, if you are the Blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. That is what you are talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough to just kill someone. You have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with. So a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yep, it'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the Blackened who committed the murder. And then the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown. Oh yes, I do like this track.
trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment. Which of course means your school life will come to an end.
So everybody dies?
As far as class trial rules go,
Everybody dies if I
that's
don't
all
get
there
this
is
right?
to it.
Well, so what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply, it's execution!
What?
And by execution, you mean he seems weirdly happy about that.
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
So to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well,
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an Inquisition type thing. Nobody suspects the Hope's Peak Inquisition, which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me just add the rule I just described to your hand, but make sure to keep it in mind. The new rule has been added to the regulations menu.
Hey!
Wait, hold on a second.
The hell are you talking about?
You're freaking insane, you know that?
What the?
A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone?
What?
What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
The hell are you talking about?
What? Punishment? I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up!
Shut the hell up. Say whatever you want. I'm not going to be part of this.
I don't believe it! Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil standing before me. I'm trembling with fear and only one side of my body is sweating. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then...
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you?
Huh?
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed! You violated a school regulation! I invoke the mighty summon spell! Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear!
You done fricked up.
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
Well, what the... I don't... This can't be real. No way!
Well, now,
Now I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? I really hate getting corpses everywhere, but I guess you all need to be taught a lesson. What an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body, and it was all Pepto-Bismol! It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, I'm not so sure about that, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being. She did!
Right,
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma.
Well now.
Only one side of my face blushes. Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blackened. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it...
It's
The
the
Mon-
Monokuma file!
I'm interrupting myself. Me, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then,
Wait, so you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do! If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well,
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. From the Pepto-Bismol, with that, Monokuma disappeared once again, with weird cartoon noises. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long. Nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to him.
Hey,
Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
in other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything. It kind of will, because I gotta find out who killed her. See, and stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. I'm not trusting these pasty-faced kids with the weird hair. Like Celeste Kyoko and blah 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 blue blue. What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right. We just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. Okay, so apparently we're questioning people. At least finally I get a chance to kind of, you know, say some things I've been thinking of. Namely that that kind of throws me off of whatever I've actually thought I knew about Junko in the series. Because, like, I have been spoiled a little bit on her being bad news, but then she just dies, so I don't really know. Also, I have a feeling that that's not really... Like, I don't know if it's the case where they're like, everybody dies if we get the trial wrong, because I know that Naegi, is never going to be the murderer. So, is it like just a straight up game over if you get the killer wrong? I'm not entirely sure, and I'm not sure I want to know. It feels like... Thank you, Nick, for the tier 1 the resubscription, 8 months in a row, and another lovely couplet. It's been a fun and wild ride these months 8. Now let's see if the culprit is truly the one we hate. Thank you very much, Nick. I really appreciate your support. Also, thank you for the 10 bits, King Captain. Don't think I didn't see that. But yeah, I feel like Monokuma isn't going to just kill everyone if we get the murderer wrong, because that doesn't seem to fit. That doesn't really check out, because it seems like he's a sadist. He wants to see as many people suffer for as long as possible, and if he kills everybody the first time someone gets anything wrong, he's not gonna get to see anybody else die. Like, this is all just fun, happy fun times for Monokuma, so it doesn't make sense that he just end it. Okay. So we have a bunch of people we can talk to. You!
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed. Thinking you know things.
Hey,
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think, anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no. We can't just leave him in there alone.
what?
Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want.
So then,
Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way, there's no problem. So you play your co-op base defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP! Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
anyway,
We're going to find out who the killer is. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. Yeah, you have a lot to say here, don't you? Toko, what are you doing back there? Toko? Toko? She must be so shocked she can't even open her mouth to talk. Yeah, you're hiding behind the big dude. Ifumi? Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment. Huh? What's going on? Is no one gonna actually be able to say anything?
what should I do?
Someone got right in front of us.
huh?
Is this really happening?
Don't fuck with me.
What the heck?
I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it. I'm trying to, but no one is saying anything.
Oh,
So you finally noticed.
What the crap?
Huh? Noticed what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received. And I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Huh? Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? No! You are not blaming me. You are not putting this on me. Buddy, pal. Buddy, chum, pal. Hold on a second, you've got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 than just a few minutes earlier. Feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it?
Are you serious? What the heck?
Okay. Shelly placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries and losing that much Pepto-Bismol. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that.
Huh?
Huh? Hold on. Hold on, just wait a second. She's dead? That means everything that happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever, it's really real?
Let me out of here!
Oh no, someone save me, let me out of here. Somebody help me, I'm turning blue.
what's your problem?
You're just now accepting that?
So then,
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong,
So,
well, do I really have to say anymore?
actually,
I'd rather you didn't, no.
goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. Oh, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. Whoever did this is right here right now and they're thinking of destroying the evidence.
You're fucking dead.
They'd better not let me find him. I'll skip the trial and cave their school in myself. I'm serious. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So,
But I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
anyway.
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know he killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
This is very suspicious.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next? I wanted to like you, Toko. I really did.
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. It's true, we may as well at least check just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Oh, yeah?
Whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet! You have to hear me out! But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise everyone will...
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. Investigate. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Maizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Well, stab wound to the abdomen. Truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. So, we've got Monokuma File 1. 1:30 a.m., my room. Stab wound to the abdomen, right wrist fractured. Oh yeah, I'm not very, Alright. So we got a couple people still in here. Oh, hey. Someone's spying on us with that camera. But who is it? And what for? Maybe the same guy who did all of the cameras already? Same guy who's been examining us this whole time, you know? The bear? That's it, the monitor Monokuma always shows up on. There's gotta be a clue here. Or not. I'd better get back to investigation. Yeah, Makoto isn't the sharpest screwdriver in the box. Anyway, what do you have to say? My darling Ichiro. Aren't you going to help investigate, Shiro? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. I seriously don't want to die here.
Help me!
I'm making you God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God, Space King, Neptune, help me. I don't care who it is, just get me out of here. Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. Okay, so that's all that we can investigate here. We already investigated the dead body, these guys. Alright, let's go looking around. So, a stab to the abdomen and a fracture on the right wrist. Okay, nothing here. Nothing there. That's just a monitor. That's a door. Yes, we're gonna leave. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. Oh, right. It just takes us there. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. It's gotta smell nasty in there by now. Better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. The lint roller did it! It looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? I didn't think there was actually gonna be a clue in the freaking... Oh, that looks nasty. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so that must be my room key. Oh, right, it's just his key. If I remember correctly. Ah, that's right. We'll have to trade keys. When we switched rooms, we switched keys, too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the whole entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So, how did the killer... Switching rooms has been added to the truth bullet section. Oh, I keep forgetting it's F1. Okay, on the night of the murder, Makoto and Sayaka traded rooms and room keys. When the victim was discovered, Makoto's room key was also found in Makoto's room. Sayaka had originally asked Makoto to switch with her when someone attempted to force their way into her room and she became frightened. Yeah, like I said, not the sharpest tool in the box. What's the X? There's scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it, if I was right there in the other room! I should have only had heard something.
Wait.
That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know.
Well.
Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Evidence of a struggle. I looked at the toolbox before. Toolkit is still inside. It hasn't been used. It's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
What?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be building furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either, then?
What?
Not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way.
I suddenly became New York. Now the guys have opened their toolkit set. Because, like, why the hell would we? I think I'm gonna, like, wind up looking at everything afterwards. Notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. Okay. What's with the bed? There are gouges in the bed, like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? The sword. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off the parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. We're gonna find someone with a gold hand, aren't we? We're gonna find somebody, and they're gonna have a gold hand, and they're gonna be fricked. This is the replica sword. That's the sheath. There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how the sheath gets scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during their struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of a fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Alright, and the table's knocked over, but I don't think I can investigate. Okay, yeah, Sakura. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
Hey.
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see.
By the way.
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
You son of a bitch!
Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
You're fucking dead.
So if I ever find who did this, I'm gonna pound his face in. What if it was a girl that did it? That'll get sorted out when the time comes. Oh, why are you in here, Kyoko? Please get out of my room right immediately. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. But...
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
she was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
Definitely not the sharpest screwdriver. I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. She magical too, but a few seconds later she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen.
"Are you a clean freak?" Huh? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room. One more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean?
so...
I've searched the floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I had never touched it. Could someone have used it to...
I see.
We gotta go to the trash room, we're gonna find the hair in the trash room. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Bathroom. And on the other side of this door. A negative image! No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't. I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. Okay, so there's two things we can examine here. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... Huh? Written in blood were the numbers 11037. One 11037, huh? That was 11037. Okay. I'm gonna remember that. Just all on my own. Did Sayaka do this? I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. Pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object has been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. That isn't even a sword! Where'd they get it? It's definitely something I should look into. It looks like a kitchen knife, so I might want to go into the dining hall? Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Oh my god, when you get impaled, you kind of die sometimes. People die when they are killed. Her wrist is swollen and bloody, that's for sure, but there's something sort of glittery there on her. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerned me is... there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? Stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? I mean, you can still break bones. I mean, like, the killer could have just, you know, bent down over and, like, you know, that could have still happened. So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. Killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is where her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom. They inflicted the deadly wound. In the bathroom, yes. Oh no, I have died.
It would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That's most likely Sayaka's dying message. I've never seen something written in blood before. Oh right, that was blood. It was pink, so it didn't register. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? Look who's talking! The numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers made me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well,
Think about it. It's mirrored. You're not going to tell me.
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Dying message has been added to the truth bullet section. Sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means. Honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. You're kind of a bick. Shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. What's wrong with the doorknob, Maggie? What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. Well, my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. Like a little bick. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
I see.
Then that clears that up. What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. You arrogant little... As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. I still don't really understand any of this, but... I've already given up my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also, I should look into this DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there's some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. Okay, so I want to go to the trash room, but first I want to look at this number I definitely didn't write down. So 7 backward... B... T-O... F... Oh... 73... T-O... 73011. Because the numbers would be mirrored, right? If she did it backwards? The numbers would be mirrored, but it doesn't make any sense as like a word. I wouldn't spend too much time on it right now? Okay. I'm gonna find the trash room. Oh, wait. Can I get into Sayaka's room now? It's definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. The nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched? So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. Why would anyone do that? It's essentially impossible to mess up this case. I can probably find a way to do so. Okay, where's our map? Where's the garbage? Bathhouse, dressing room, laundry, trash room. So it's like on the other side of the room. Hey, Mancer! Nice to see ya. So we're gonna see if we can find a lint roller in here. Really, is it still great though? Yeah, it seems like it. It's very interesting. Okay, so there's a few things we can look at. No, we're not gonna leave. I didn't know that was a door. Whoever's behind this must be using these cameras to observe our investigation. Force us into a situation. What the hell do they want from us? Why, Nagi, you blessed idiot! There's a hatch on the floor. Rattle, rattle. The door won't budge. It must be locked. I got a coin for that. Okay, there's a sturdy gate here. No way to get past.
Monokuma appears!
It's the end of the line! A trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't
No.
go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
Who's on cleaning duty? This is stupid. It'd be faster to just go around and ask the others.
No, you can't go any further.
Is he broken? Just like smack him upside of the head or something? He's like, I think he broke a little bit. I think he's a little borked. It looks like some kind of switch. I wonder what it does. Are you gonna flip the switch, or are you just gonna be a dingus? And got impaled with spears. I mean, like, but it's just, he's like broken though. He's like doing that computer, like, yeah, Monokuma machine broke. Yeah, I mean, Monokuma machine broke. Hey, what are you doing? None of this is good for a long life expectancy in any way. Like, you think if they get out of here, then they're gonna... They probably got like 20 years off their lifespans at this point. We're looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? Just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room.
Here we go.
Of course! My supreme chipmunk powers will help you win the day! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they give you the key for the trash room gate. We're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room, and only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key. What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So, in other words,
Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes black and will graduate unless they are discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. Anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted. Then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring. Boring?!
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard.
Hey, Fatty, why'd you want the cleaning duty gig anyway?
Oh.
I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. Well, what's the big deal?
You...
Liar, I know why you did it.
Is it?
You want to dig through all the girls' trash, looking for, you know, and poking around. Why would anyone on the entire planet be interested in that? Like, the only thing that I could think of that he would be talking about. Why? I like, the guy does seem desperate and lonely, but not that desperate and lonely. It's gross. It's just gross. There's nothing attractive to find there. It's just gross. I don't think I want to know if I'm wrong about this and there's some other horribly perverted way you can interpret this. But, like, y'all know what I'm thinking of. Y'all know what He's not that desperate.
There's no way to
What are you talking about? Oh, my love is for 2D. That is the best response, though. That is the best response to that accusation. That is the best response. All my love is for 2D.
You know what I mean.
It's all kind of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to it. I would never get tired of 2D. That face right there, ladies and gentlemen. Perfection. That is perfection in a face. After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and BBC figures.
Give me a break.
Why am I this guy? Are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them from picking up the trash to disposing of it.
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, what's the harm in it? That's not how it's supposed to... Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. What, so now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. Why am I literally this guy, aside from the weird fan fiction? I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma or save a village or beat a boss? No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
You got it.
Okay. So easy. So, Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room. Just a different kind of weird fan fiction. Yeah, mine is Yujinka, not tentacles. You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever. Please just hurry up.
Da-da-da-da-da.
You're ugly, but you're also great. Fumi pulled a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi.
However, Mr. Naegi...
Without a doubt.
Surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along. No, I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. I was looking for my lint roller. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Maybe a parallel world. Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. Okay, so I have a few things to check here. I need to find... What is that? There's shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. It looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
Do you know what this is? See if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on any big street corner. Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. We should all still be in the gym. I'd better go find out for sure. No. Nope. 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 A green button and a yellow button. There's no doubt they're related to the big mechanism. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something. A burnt piece? Like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning love? Anyway, this is... It looks like a piece of cloth in the shape. It's part of the sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff. Which means... this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. There are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Burnt shirt piece. It's the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. Go 30 feet from here to the gate. And it's on right now. Do you see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going, and then the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Someone turned the incinerator on! Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a fairy?
It's one of the little gremlins, you know, gremlins. Ifumi, do you realize what you just said?
Huh?
The fairy? No. You said that last time you were here, the incinerator was off. About that, there can be no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. Definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. I mean, this is true, Nick. I can't deny this, since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate.
Most suspicious.
It should be impossible for the incinerator to be on, and yet... So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that No! This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. What does it all mean, Mr. Naegi? Will you be confessing soon? Why me?
That's it.
Everyone
I'm
already
sure
knows
of
you
it.
did it. All the mysteries are being solved, one by one. Sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. I do not like the direction this is going. Makoto... That's Mondo... Yashihiro. Ultimate Clairvoyant. Don't know much else about him yet. The jacket... Still inside me gleams in joy. So, I need to talk to, Hiro immediately. Okay. Hiro? Hey Hiro, can I ask you something? I gotta get out of here, gotta get out, breaking free, we're soaring, flying. Is not a star in heaven that we can't reach. Hiro, snap out of it. You're singing High School Musical, that's like 5 years ago. Uh-huh. Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Hey, does this look familiar? That's my crystal ball! But it's all smashed! What the hell?
What the heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break? Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did that guy totally dupe me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. So you can say without a doubt that that belonged to you. Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room. That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Thanks, Hiro. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up for fortune telling for 2 full years. Give it to be like $1 million. $1 million? It's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. It's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. That's stupider than I am. And I'm Makoto Naegi, the lovable idiot. Hey, Chihiro, I was hoping I could ask you something.
Huh?
What is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. Do you have any idea what those numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something? Sorry, no. Chihiro slowly shook her head.
I'm sorry.
I just don't know. Okay, well, don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. Even she doesn't know. Or could she maybe know more than she's letting on? No, couldn't be. Okay, where else do I have to? Okay, where else am I going? Girls' bathroom. Last one, B. Where's the AV room? AV room. I will protect Chihiro, and she's probably going to die horrendously. Where's the AV room? I forget where it was. That's the bathroom. That's the store. There's the AV room. Because we have to find her DVD. There's nothing inside. It's a DVD player. Okay, so there's not in here. Here's my surveillance camera right now. Yeah, okay, so we can't... Could be in her room, I guess. In the area, yes. I have to retrieve the DVD. What do you want?
Listen to me!
Do you have a second, Makoto? I've uncovered something most unusual. Jordan, everyone's dorm has a nameplate on it to show whose room it is, right?
You hear me?
Well, it just so happens... Wait, no. You might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything.
Got it!
Forget everything I just said. Forget Beam. Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes. We know about the nameplates, you dink. Okay. So, I kind of want to go to Sayaka's room. Also, yeah, we do need to go to the dining hall. We do need to go to the dining hall. The hairlines in this game. Hello, Twitch Muffin. I am playing the first Danganronpa, which I was given quite a long time ago as a birthday present. I was given the game and soundtrack. And there was interest in watching me play it, so that is what I am doing. I am pretty much all blind. Even the thing I thought I knew might not be actually real. I have no idea what's going on right now. Hina, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all the first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. Well, I thought I knew something about Junko, but she's dead. I don't know why, but being in the dining hall keeps me calm. So I know I should, but I've just been kind of hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. Actually part dragon and he eats Monokuma. Okay, yep, knife missing. Knife missing. Knife is missing. There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or... Better see if anyone here knows more about it. Yeah, that's just fruit. Marbled meats! Salted meats! Now it's no time to be thinking about food. Leave the kitchen. And so I am gonna have to see where... Okay, there you are. Chihiro is pretty great. Did you notice one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, a knife just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning.
That's right.
Nope, last I remember they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared?
Well,
I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night and all of the knives were still there. When I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. And you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? Of course not! I would never! Hina, do you really think I murdered her?
Because, I mean...
She was killed in your room, right? So, I mean... You guys are supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. I trusted you! I thought you were nice. I thought you were good. Please don't do this to me. I honestly have no idea. Haven't heard anyone refer to Hina as Aoi? Probably because they can't pronounce it, Aoi. Okay, is there anyone else around? You! I don't like you.
Very strange.
So why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? No, you've got it all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Even if what you say is the absolute truth, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? Why do you have to be such a hole? You're cute. Why do you have to be such a hole? You're attractive. Come on. After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms? She's dead because of me. Then it should have been me that died. Well, all we can say right now is that a possibility. There's also a possibility of me picking you up and punting you straight into the garbage. I know the guy who has the key to the trash room. Mom! How Mom is voiced by Torbjorn. This is very serious. You shouldn't be making me laugh. Oh dear. Yeah, if that's really true, then Nah, he's just a butt. Don't listen to him.
Seems like...
It does Kirito from Sword Art. Huh. Hello, Starlove Spelunky. Nice to see you drop by. Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Makoto is so short. He's a tiny boy. He's a tiny boy. Tiny boy, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna... Where else have I not looked? Or who else have I not talked to? I talked to you two. The dining hall, I've been there. Okay, I need to go to Sayaka's room. That is a weird sound. Okay, now that that's taken care of. I need to go to the room that says Sayaka. Sakura is not Sayaka. Aoi, Chihiro, Toko, Makoto, and Sayaka. So I need to go back to... Okay, so I can examine basically the same things. I have to stand on my tiptoes to hug you. There can only be one thing in the trash can. Yep, the DVD with Sayaka's name on it. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever was in that video. I wonder what does she see? It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sayaka. I need to borrow this DVD. Sayaka. No, I can't let myself get depressed again. I need to search for clues. Nothing here. Sayaka. My Dokis! My Dokis are dead. I have dead Dokis. I have dead Dokis and I am sad. All of my Dokis. You're almost done with the investigation? Yeah. I want to kind of see whatever Celeste is going to try and say. Probably something jerkish. Alright, what do you want? So, do you have any clues or anything? What kind of clues? Let us just agree we do not know who the culprit is and leave it at that. Whatever secrets I may have, I don't intend on revealing anything until the class trial. Okay then, do you have any suggestions for where I should start looking?
Well,
So annoying. Much do you fumble around, fishing blindly for clues. Not all of us are geniuses. Seems the crime naturally, but I think the trash room is also worth looking into.
as for me,
That place is filthy. I'd rather die than set foot in there. I'm trusting all of you to conduct a thorough investigation on my behalf. Dumb lolly. Okay. AV room. I was just here. There we are. Okay. Also, I'm just watching this brewing battle over here between Nick and Gigi. I'm not gonna advocate for gambling, but that at the same time, you know, if you want to place any bets, I should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then an image slowly appeared. It looks like some kind of concert. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there along with the friend that had said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. And that image made it even harder to accept. Except that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I'd come to despise so much had come to filter out of the speakers.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark, and in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. And what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the girls had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Did... Look for the answer after graduation. Did she kill herself? No, there was a struggle. She couldn't have killed herself. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Even though no one says their name. Was he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far?
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, hmm?
Why are you so funny but so awful?
It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. Where I have to go. So you said we're gonna have a chance to review this. Can we actually just run away? But I like running away from my problems. I mean, given that they're called truth bullets, I'm imagining we're gonna be using them. You're late, Makoto! We've all been waiting for you! You were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. Then we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. Also, lets people to fight. Oh boy. So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided.
Heck yeah, Nick, drink with me.
I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Guess what I have? Yeah, none of these people are gonna really say much that is interesting.
Impossible. You know?
Jeez! Everybody is jerks! How's my main girl doing?
I'm sorry.
And I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. Is this really how Sayaka would want us to find out who killed her? I don't think this is how any of us want it, but I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well then.
Let us begin.
Yes.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. You need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raise my voice to try and give myself courage, I turn, trembling with anticipation, toward the elevator. When each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed, and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
Oh,
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
Not even close.
Well now.
Okay, okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up! He is enjoying himself far too much. We did what he said and found our seats. The seats are arranged in a giant circle. No one is actually sitting, by the way. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else. Which also meant it to be easy for anyone to transfer their attention and unease onto anyone else. Oh, come on! The picture! The Sayaka come on! That's just rubbing it in. That's just rubbing it in. Air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly death! A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial of deadliness. You want to save the day? Okay. Yeah, I'll overwrite. So is this where we get to review? Stab wound to the abdomen, right wrist fractured. There are a number of scratches and gouges on the bed and walls. The sword is out of its sheath. The handle is missing some of the gold, as was part of the blade. The sheath was found some distance from the sword itself, and it shows evidence of being scratched with a sharp object. Oh. Thanks for the tip. On the night of the murder, Makoto and Sayaka traded rooms and room keys. When the victim was discovered, Makoto's room key was also found in Makoto's room. Sayaka had originally asked Makoto to switch with her when someone attempted to force their way into her room. The toolbox was unused. All the other male students claim that they haven't used theirs either. Not a single hair was found on the floor at the scene of the crime. The lint roller shows evidence of being used. Sayaka's right wrist had been fractured and her wrist was glittery at the injury's location. In addition, her hands appeared to be completely clean except for the index finger of her left hand, which had some blood on it. So the index finger of her left hand, her wrist is bruised. Or her wrist is fractured and glittery. Has some of the gold from the sword on it. A series of numbers had been written in blood on Makoto's bathroom wall, 11037. It is assumed that Sayaka wrote these numbers while leaned up against the wall as she lay dying. The bathroom door was difficult to fit open. The only two people who knew the trick to opening it were Makoto and Sayaka, the victim. The doorknob had been broken, the screws holding it in place had all been partially or completely removed, so somebody has used their toolbox. The nameplates are switched. One of the kitchen knives is missing. The knife from the kitchen went missing while Aoi was in the dining hall. There's a trash room for the school. It's blocked up by a sturdy gate. The incinerator can be activated. Hifumi was on cleaning duty, and he claims that the last time he saw the incinerator, it was off. It's roughly 30 feet. Hey, Jemmy, we're about to get going here. A piece of burnt clothing was found next to the incinerator in the trash room. It is apparently part of a shirt cuff and has a noticeable blood stain on it. The glass ball would have fit comfortably in the palm of a person's hand. Hiro left the ball in the laundry room on accident, so anyone could have come along and taken it. Okay. So basically... So she got stabbed in the gut with a kitchen knife that was taken from the dining hall while Aoi was there. There was a fight. During that fight, she broke her wrist, probably on the sword. The sheath was scratched up with some kind of object, because some of the paint came off. Their room keys were still in each other's rooms. The toolkit wasn't used, but somebody used theirs because the bathroom door is unlocked. Somebody used the lint roller to clean up the mess, clean up the any evidence of hair, but we couldn't find the lint roller. 11037 was a dying message, possibly mirrored. The nameplates were switched. By the incinerator, we found a piece of burned shirt and a shattered crystal ball. Somebody turned on the incinerator when it shouldn't have been possible for anyone to. Actually, let me look. I need to check something. He has sleeves. He has sleeves. That's not a button-up. And that's not really a button-up either. Hero has one. So that guy's dead. Not her. Trying to figure out where the sleeve came from. Junko Inoshima is dead. Hiro has a button on her shirt. Or a certain character's face? Saw a video of the second game or something where it was edited to be red. I have 2 skills, yes. I have robot, jock, increases your truth bullet rate of fire, effective during the non-stop debate, and the bullet time battle final. Strike costs 3. Melodious voice increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed, effective during the bullet time battle, costs 3 HP. So I can do them both. Increases rate of fire. And this increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Alright guys, am I ready? I checked over everything and I set the skills. Am I ready to go? Alright. No, wait, there's a ticker going around. Saved right at the beginning of this. I'm gonna read what comes around on the ticker again. Yeah, there was a save right before I got to the screen. What's this class trial that Monokuma mentioned? Can Makoto sweep away the cloud of suspicion surrounding him, even with a dead body on his room? And what about the Blacken that's a real, you know, thing? Okay, we're gonna go. Alright.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the Blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Dramatic camera angles. Also, I like his jacket.
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes.
I like how his picture's just vibrating.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
Trial hype.
What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died.
Friendship penetrates.
Oh, don't say it like that. With that expression.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
That's bull.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Yeah, I don't believe that for one fraction of a microsecond. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. The first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes. First exposed to the series when it was being hyped all around Tumblr, so I never got into it because people were being dumb. Moderate folks, I like the dark humor in it. Yeah, Monokuma as a character is actually pretty great. Like, there are a lot of really good characters, like, well done. And I do like the, I say a lot, but I like the paper cutout art style. I'm not biased, just things progress during each class trial. You will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. Oh boy. So y'all can't help me, because this is going to go too fast for you guys to catch before the stream delay. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to aim and fire with the left mouse button. So y'all are not going to be able to help me with this, because it's going to go by too fast. I don't like timed missions. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. But if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. But mostly about the female characters. But they're largely because it's anime. I mean, honestly, like, I can respect the characters, like, for being, like, you know, characters. You know, they're interesting. Even if I don't like all of them. Toko. Well then, good luck and have fun! Alright, endless debate time. Make your argument. Evidence of a struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already. And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Something's off about what was just said. Because if Sayaka hadn't resisted at all, there's no explanation for what happened in my room. For this first debate, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot or refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Only highlighted sections can be shot. I didn't notice a highlight. In a group of statements, some words appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That represents a potential hole in a person's statement. A possible weak spot. Oh. So weak spots reveal important and not always inaccurate actions of a person's statement. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. So when you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. So it's sort of like the say the color of the word, not what the word says. Fast forward by holding that at the control. Good luck and have fun!
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already. And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that The killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to...
No, that's wrong!
Break?
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
I like the, objection thing going on. No, that's wrong!
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide.
This is basically Phoenix Wright with a higher mortality rate. I like that description.
The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
Wrong, that's you. Sora was Shigao-yo.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
I can tell they're making it easy on me.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
And you're starting to sound like a real chipmunk. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Even though I saw it sticking out of her guts.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong!
Break! No, that's wrong!
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Almost positive. Almost positive.
Kitchen knife?
Almost positive. Almost. You saw it sticking out of her stomach. It was covered in Pepto-Bismol, but it was definitely there.
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Ding dong, y'all are wrong.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Exactly.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Yes. Exactly. It wasn't a kitchen knife. It was an abdomen knife because it wasn't in the kitchen. Oh.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
Leon, come
I don't think that's
on!
true at all.
Your brain
I'm
is
sure
full
if we
of
keep at it,
bricks
something new will
and
reveal
baseballs.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know how damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yes. You can concentrate by holding down the space key. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone is saying. On top of that, it will steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun!
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret. Nobody...
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. I did not kill her. I did not. Oh, hi, Coco.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Why is she vibrating?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. When I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
I gotta check out the soundtrack because I do have it.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Okay, massive spoilers. Gotcha. And Toko is being awfully insistent. Like, if games of Mafia have taught me anything.
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
I'd like to ask the bear.
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops, did I say that out loud?
Good job!
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I swear to God, Chipmunk Boy.
I can.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
Why didn't you say that
I
earlier?
hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Are you gay?
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis. You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations? We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Me too, Taka. Me too, Taka.
But if it wasn't either of you, Then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
I'm wondering why she didn't say all this in the first place. I mean, I guess because she didn't trust us? I mean, she was pretty insistent that we were the killer until we actually had to tell her that you just said we didn't come in the dining hall.
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? Are you talking about?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka. So the person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
She couldn't have killed herself because there was a struggle and the sword got
So
involved.
you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Darn it, your voice is attractive too, but your personality is absolute dumpster fire.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone is going to die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Why don't you just spit it out, woman?
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? That sounds frightening. As things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already know. Oh, it's a literal game of Hangman. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the mouse to aim and then press the left mouse button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letter, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, if you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the scene, but wasn't. Must be at the crucial point in time missions. You just figure out what that something is. I don't, oh, it's 5 minutes. Hi. I should know this, I've done enough word searches. Hair! Oh, right. Come on!
Now I understand. That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes, and if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
He's just going along with it because he doesn't want to be left behind in the dust, isn't he? Because I know that feel.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
You guys keep going up and down like a goddamn seesaw.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom.
Seesaw memes in that?
There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Makoto's bathroom doorknob had been broken. The screws holding it in place had been partially or completely removed.
I got it!
I got it!
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
It's a double
In
rainbow!
trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
That's weird. Kyoko is on our side now. She was kind of being screwy earlier. Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important because if your influence reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Good luck and have fun! We go around spinning in circles! Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
That checks out.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
That is also correct.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
That is
because
also
Sayaka
true.
had locked it.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then Why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be.
I like how the music just absolutely did a 180 there to the goofy Monokuma Theater thing.
But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door... That's not lucky at all!
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Maybe it did make us lucky.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
You're noticing things, so it's that closely connected already? The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was...
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms? Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I have been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
No.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
No, dude.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your
She's
question.
gonna wind up dead next.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
It's not wise to make enemies in a situation
Sayaka
like this.
just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Hina seems like... I actually can't tell, because Hina might surprise us. And actually, you know, be horrendous.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Sounds like someone doesn't know he has a freaking chipmunk face.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
I don't know what that has to actually do with anything. I just wanted to... comment on his chipmunk face because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because...
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
I mean, to be fair, probably almost everyone is going to wind up dead. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
So Sayaka wrote it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto,
Ding
did
dong,
you
Makoto
write
is
this?
wrong.
No, I didn't.
But of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Is this the bit you were talking about that got translated badly? Cause I can see that happening. It just straight up says Sayaka's signature. And that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone.
That comes at another point. You said it was chapter 1 though.
She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
I'm paying attention. Like a bunch of new information just got dumped on me, and then I am told it's utterly irrelevant. Oh, wait, we're doing an argument.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
The killer went to my room instead of Sayaka's, and the reason for that is it has to be because of what got switched between mine and Sayaka's rooms. Okay, so I missed it.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room.
No, that's wrong. the nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
Yeah, the whole room stuff was kind of making my brain hurt. The nameplate.
And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So, Sayaka was staying in Makoto's room, and Makoto's room had Sayaka's nameplate switched onto it. So it was basically just Sayaka in the room with the Sayaka nameplate.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right. Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates. Make sure you don't get the wrong room. Okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
This isn't adding up.
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
2 and 2 is not equaling 4 quite yet.
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
So this is probably going to be
Yes,
about the sword and
I
sheath.
think you're right.
So Kyoko has definitely got this all figured out and is just kind of stringing us along.
We just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword was because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you.
So we gotta find
And there's some
gold
on her
right
wrist because...
hand.
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
Thank you, Captain Obvious!
See? And so the truth draws ever closer.
Thank you, Mr. Dramatic King!
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Thank you, Mr. Oblivious! What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn! Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. Just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the Q key to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the Q key to cycle through each bullet. Or you can use the mouse wheel. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Why? Replica sword, sheath, kitchen knife set, replica sword.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Aww. The person with the sword really did attack first. There's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, it's wrong.
Seemed to be what it was leading me to? I'm not sure.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Why did he suddenly become a sharper screwdriver? It's because of me?
The sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife?
Oh, like the kitchen knife.
That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Okay, I didn't put that
Stop
together.
jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
Keep up, cornbread.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
If they got attacked with the... Oh, if Sayaka had the kitchen knife, attacked them with it, and that's how the sheath got damaged. Because he was kind of trying to use
that
the block.
situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
I thought so, yeah. But like, I thought it was like the other way around.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out.
Please tell us, Captain Obvious.
The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that
Oh, that's what they meant when her hands were spotless. If you wanted to use the sword, which part of your body would you have to touch it? And there's blood on her finger, which I'm not sure how that fits.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Unless they rolled the gold stuff out of her hands?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Yeah, that wouldn't be my priority.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Wow! Why do you jump to that?
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because There's a certain regulation that talks about what happens to the bathrooms at night time.
I got it! According to the
That was the only one that
file,
made sense, but I had
Sayaka's
forgotten
time of
about
death
that.
was around 1:30 a.m.
I had forgotten about that part.
In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower.
Oh my.
I don't want to know what that face is.
No different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey. You smell ugly. You smell ugly. There's a problem with this. Can I get a truth bullet in that?
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Good God!
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife
I have been 5 steps ahead of you, and it is very, very sad when I am ahead of you. The one who damaged the sheath would have had to be the one without the sword.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
She tried to kill them. She tried to kill them to get back to her people. And the killer retaliated in self-defense. She tried to kill them.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Holy God. She really wanted out. She really wanted out. She really, really, really wanted out. We did hear that that was like her entire world. And she heard if it was... Yeah. If you pause right there, you can see the moment Makoto's heart breaks. Bah!
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility.
Wait!
Is it not?
It's a... My Doki is a murderer, and my Doki blamed me for murdering her? My... This just got weird.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
And she freaking brainwashed me to accomplish it, probably.
She could switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
But they all did blame me. You all did blame me.
I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid.
or a national superstar? Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
Her right wrist. Her dominant hand.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it.
Boring! You stupid bear!
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
I can save in the middle of this, so I'm going to do that, because this is getting more difficult. Is it really all over? Obviously I'm committed to finding out who killed her. But what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Apparently there's something left, because we get a bullet. Dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, it's wrong.
Nice and simple one.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Dining?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask,
Dining message, I want tacos.
can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote the message. That's what it's for! That's what it's for! That's what it was for! That was what it was for!
Finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and...
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
It's a reverse message.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers.
I tried to figure this out immediately and could not get it. Wait, let me see if I can grab this before he says it. Wait. Lol. No, I can't get it.
Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Shoot, it was in the image!
The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Mine too, Dan!
These cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know. Are we gonna
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Rotate it. I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right on to who did it. So, whose name did she write?
I wish you could see my face right now. I wish you could see my face right now. So that's what the speaking English would make it easier. I'm glad I got his skill, I guess, but you were kind of the victim here. Yeah, I just tried to mirror it, not turn it upside down. I didn't get it quickly because I was trying to mirror it, not look at it upside down, and I didn't see the connecting line. I like to think there's a reason for that, like that I can be excused for that. But, yeah. I'm being timed.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Hey,
It's just a
Sandoras.
bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Hey, Sandoras, we...
No, it's
Yeah.
not random at all.
This is happening.
She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
Of course it would.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of. It's that thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator,
Also,
right?
Sandoras has joined the party. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy coming along with us on this and future adventures.
And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
The shirt doesn't...
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
He's not even wearing a button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who is responsible.
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. That's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. I don't know if I actually got that wrong. Shattered crystal ball.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
Obviously, only the person with the trash room could get. Shoot, I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere.
The key to the trash room.
Okay.
Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
There it is. I had to wait like 5 more seconds. First mistake in the entire trial. Well, it's an easy trial. I shouldn't have made any
I know how
mistakes.
someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
No flawless for me, yeah.
How would you use
Which means I'm never gonna get a flawless because these only get harder. The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was... divine with it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on!
Are you telling me Leon brought luggage?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right?
Hey, Freelancer Studios, didn't see you come in.
Accuracy
Hey.
you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Says the baseball man.
Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
It wouldn't have been much of a challenge at all for the killer because...
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear.
Leon!
And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Closing argument is about to begin. Every case has one last element to bring the trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. Oh boy. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press the left mouse button... Holy cow, you get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough! Well then, good luck and have fun! Okay, so we want to go back from... Okay, we have plenty of time. Oh. Oh, it's manga! It's manga! Right to left. Okay. Okay, that's the blood, that's a... The room was the scene of the crime. The incident began when the killer entered. There's more than just those. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. More than just those 5. Or just Hebrew, that works too. So you come with the knife as the guy comes in and as stabby stabby. Killer grabs a sword. She tries to stab him and it's blocked. Holds up the sword. Broke her wrist. She dropped the knife. She ran into the bathroom. He tried to open the door. He used the screwdriver. Make us say the game won't tell you until after you say you're done. I missed the part with the sword. Okay, I know this is right. Oh no, okay. I got it. Finds the sword, grabs the sword. Sword. Goes in the bathroom, screwdriver. Okay. But where is he, like... Oh, wait, no. Blocks with the sword. Her wrist breaks. Then where does that come in? Unsheathing the sword. That doesn't fit. Put it in the back. Yeah. Block the knife with the sword. The sword is unsheathed there, though. This is going to last until 10:30. I don't think you use all of them. Because that one doesn't fit. She drops the knife, goes in the bathroom. Killer goes in with the sword. Great, okay, gotcha. I forgot that there were hints. They used that object to deflect Sayaka's attack, which is why the evidence was damaged. Okay, yeah, that's definitely correct. They used the sword to block the knife. The guy broke her wrist, took the knife, got in the room, got the message. Killer used an item in my room to help dispose of evidence. That's clearly the paint roll or the lint roller in the trash room. Okay, so he used a crystal ball first. Crystal ball first. Alright. That. Throwing it. That. It turned on the incinerator. Balled up his shirt. Threw it in the incinerator. It burned, but the sleeve got out. And left that behind. So the only one I'm missing is the blade. I'm gonna go with this. Because I don't see, like, wouldn't have brandished the sword. So, it wouldn't have brandished the sword at her. Blocked it there. And she's kind of standing up against the wall in that picture. So she's kind of standing up against the wall like she's been defeated, but there's no panel that fits there. So I'm gonna go with this.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room.
Also, I really like the way the comics are drawn.
Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
Also, this is the opening song, and yes, it is indeed a banger.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
No, I didn't lay out my reasoning right. I need to rearrange the events. There was a panel I didn't see. There was a panel. There was the. After the killer counter Sayaka's attack, what did they do next? I don't get it. Because she doesn't have the knife there. She doesn't have the knife there. And then she does not have the knife. So she had already dropped it. Which means she had to have dropped it. Oh, shoot! Okay. So we did brandish the sword at her, and then she ran to the bathroom. That was the one that was her left hand. I realized when I was looking back at it, when he was going through it, that this image shows her left hand. Where that she used her left hand. Yeah, the knife was already falling. The knife was already falling. And do I have the rest of this right? Because I had everything right up until then. She was stabbed, she wrote the message. And it killed her. Cleaned up the crime scene, threw the crystal ball, hit that, threw the shirt into the incinerator, leaving the sleeve behind.
Here's exactly what happened. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it.
But it said that my
Sayaka
toolkit
knew
wasn't
about that
used.
because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife,
Why does the killer look like a mother-heckin' zombie?
but with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence.
Is that actually good? Because I thought it was supposed to be like a really easy trial.
First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area.
I mean, that's pretty impressive that he'd know to
They
clean
wanted
up
to
after
make sure
himself.
they
He's
got
not
rid
the
of any
sharpest.
trace they'd ever been there.
He's not the sharpest either. Leon isn't the sharpest.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator.
It's also your first time ever, so cut yourself some slack. That's true.
But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room.
You struggled, so I'm not very good at this sort of thing. Well, it's like I'm okay with logic, but sometimes I miss the obvious. I make things more complicated than they're supposed to be. Then again, I did realize that the missing panel had the knife falling out of the wrong hand.
But the killer had the confidence to take a shot.
Like, I realized that when it was going back through, like, wait, that's the wrong hand.
Was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator.
I also really like the way the comic's done. Like, I said that already, but I just want to make it clear. I do like how the comic was done. Like, how this sort of, like, puts it all back together in a way that's understandable.
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
What is with this? Why is this an anime battle?
It would appear that Hero
Top
simply
10
forgot his
anime
crystal ball
betrayals.
in the laundry room.
I thought Hero
You
had some
went
kind of
there to try and
telekinesis
wash
through
the
that.
blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So,
Because
Leon,
Japan.
do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object?
Because Japan.
Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all this is just a bunch of
Objection!
stupid theories!
Objection!
Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
That was a good note, yes. Yes, this is my first time. I have the evidence. Your first bullet time battle. I thought we were done. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. Because they'll die if they, let you get away with it. When this happens, you'll have to engage then in head-to-head battle. That was a good note, thank you. We like to refer to this as the bullet time battle, aka the BTB. BTW. So this is where the pitch... Oh. You want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen. When did this turn into a rhythm game? Press the right mouse button to lock onto an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the left mouse button as the tempo meter reaches the center. This is one of those things I'm gonna have to, figure out. Use a method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Right now, use your necrodancing skills. What skills? Excitedly and start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. Does it matter what arguments you grab onto? If you keep missing, you'll get into a tempo down situation. And the tempo change shows timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. So I think I do more damage here. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. At that point, you can press the left mouse button to shoot it down with a truth bullet like any other statement. Spoil his statement. Refute their statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. Just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun!
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
They used something of their own to remove the screws. Could it have been a screwdriver?
You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Stupid, 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 stupid!
I feel like that's a meme right there. I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out. The moment of truth.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! You lied! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! Where's your proof?
This should prove it. screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I like to think I have a pretty good sense of rhythm.
Screwdriver, right?
Also, that was also a pretty
Pretty
good
sure
track.
the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
So it was still in the shrink wrap, right?
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Why did he have a screwdriver then?
Then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
There must be a meme of this guy just yelling
Would you mind
stupid.
showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then
We can't exactly go back to the
screwdriver
room.
will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Chapter 01 trial. 977 points. Out of possible of 1,000, I'm guessing? Rank of A. And we got a lot of medals out of that. Holy crap. I'll be
Looks
quiet
like
now.
you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited!
This was brutal.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What?
I don't trust myself to not mess this up somehow. But what? What? What is this? What is? Why did it see? It's punishment time.
Yahoo!
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch. What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
So, that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all. Hey! Come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. And when I think about that, Honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't imagine. Now we're trapped here, with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why?
I can't afford to be stuck in here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else. Her dreams, her friends. To see something like that happen to them. And Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, the friends that meant so much to her. That's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
no matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
I mean, she had just pulled a knife on him. She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that.
Boy, howdy. The entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
She seemed so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into madness.
What did you say?
Phew. I understand. Really, I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse.
Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma. But
that's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I felt like it would leave a bruise. What about Chihiro, Nick? You really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done. You need to let it go for now. Damn it.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
That was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoid punishment, yes, you indeed. Did. Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Linkwada will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution?
Punishment.
Wait a second!
Punishment hype. I don't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing. Curious best waifu. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's why...
Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh,
Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? Can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him.
What?
If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Did you awaken your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you?
Also, Enemy Archers joined the party. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for the follow. I hope you enjoy coming along with us on this adventure in future ones. Let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment. Sorry, there's a lot of talking and I have little room to actually...
Please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now.
Why is everybody coming in at the death? Shell Guy has joined the party. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow.
I prepared a very special punishment.
And I hope you enjoy coming along with us on this adventure and hopefully future ones.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
No!
Okay, this is probably going to be very violent. Oh, this is gorgeously done. Why is everybody following as the guy's getting killed? Why did everybody pick now to follow? I'm not complaining. Oh. I mean, I was always scared of those things. And the blood actually looks red. It actually looks like there's blood everywhere. What we saw. What was the true face of despair? I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control.
I think he covered that one pretty good for himself. So did she.
I can't take it.
So did she. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well,
If you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
what the heck?
Evil, you make it sound like I'm some dark, awful, secret society type of guy.
See, Say what?
In this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well...
So why are you putting an upstanding citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal? Well, Lilac's not dead, but Leon is. At least I got his ability. Thank you so much for the resubscription. That is actually super wild. Thank you so much. 8 months in a row. That's really wild as well. Thank you, Blind Umpire, for hosting us. You hosted me right as we're about to finish up for the night. Because, you know, the chapter is going to be ending here in a moment. But I still thank you for that. And welcome folks from his channel. Also, Chillreeve has joined the party. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for your follow. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy coming along with me on this adventure and hopefully future ones. On bats. It is a pretty cute bat. You totally fell asleep around 6. I remember you saying in a server that you were going to take a nap. Well, you just missed Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star's horrendous death at the hands of a baseball pitching machine and roughly 1,000 baseballs flying at 80 miles an hour. Me and my awesome sense of timing. It's okay, I wouldn't usually be going this late anyway. The chapter has just gone long. In fact, I should probably mention that I'm almost done. Heading over. Yeah, okay. Yeah, your awesome sense of timing. Yes, Leon Kuwata killed Sayaka Maizono. But she had been planning to kill him first. She was planning to commit a murder to get back to her friends on the pop band, and she had borrowed a kitchen knife for that purpose. She invited him to a room, at which point she tried to kill him, and he pulled out the sword to defend himself, broke her wrist, and chased her into the bathroom where she locked herself in. He got his toolkit, opened the janky door, and stabbed her, and she wrote his name in her own blood on the wall before she died. And then he tried to incinerate his own shirt, but the sleeve fell out. And so that was the kind of deciding piece of evidence. But Sayaka was actually trying to kill him first, and tried to frame our main character here, Makoto. So that's why she switched rooms, and possibly why she even started talking to us at all. So the Dokis were not real. Seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense.
That is such a Dementio line.
That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible.
Yeah, I don't think what you're saying, what I'm saying, quite fit together.
Dude, shit.
I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound you into the ground.
You must really need to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree.
Oh yeah, also Junko got stabbed. She fell on a spear. She fell on a spear 10 times.
What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't get free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame.
Of course we can't get free of the outside world, being trapped in this insane place.
You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. You big boy, isn't it so wonderful how we get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Choco kebabs! Just like before.
Anyways, I told you that that's what everyone is waiting for after all.
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to?
Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later.
Just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. God.
Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no. It wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. Frustrated noises. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trials started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? Also, good night, Sandors. Thank you again for the follow. I hope to see you again. The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone. Or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No. I'm gonna carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. She said that. She revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well. I'm psychic.
What?
What? Ah! Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. $12 remain. $12 remain. You receive the despair bat. Makotrol. I got an achievement. I got an achievement. No more bees. Well. Alright, see you later, King Captain. Thanks for stopping by. Ooh, I wasn't expecting it to pick up quite that fast. That was a long wait, and then suddenly a bunch of horrible things happened all at the same time. Considering that's the first chapter, this is gonna be quite a ride. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 chapters. I am enjoying the story. I'm not sure if it's interesting for other people to watch because it is a lot of talking and like I don't have a ton of time to react to the story while that is happening. But if it is interesting for y'all, then I will keep doing it. And I am finding it interesting. Oh, of course Nick loves this because he loves seeing me in pain. I wasn't that attached. Well, it's a roller coaster. I can tell that. It just did a couple loops just now. It's well worth my money. Oh boy. Oy, 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 oy. Yikes. Okay. So Sayaka... So they already pulled a huge plot twist in that Sayaka literally was just screwing us over. Sayaka was just... Duh. Okay, what's that? But yeah. It's getting started. It's amazing to watch, really. Because it's like... It's a little bit difficult to believe, honestly, that it would be, like, really a fun time to watch, like, somebody just reading a lot of dialogue. But I guess, like, in the way I react to it, like, I was trying not to, like, investigate absolutely everything just because of time. But, I mean, if people are into it, then yeah, hey, I'm all for it. This is one of the bigger streams I've had, and I got a bunch of followers today. Right around the time that Leanne was dying. Which... Not sure what to think about that. Your suffering is amazing to watch. Yeah, my suffering, my dumb voices. I told you that I would turn Junko Inoshima into the dumbest sounding Valley Girl. The dumbest sounding Valley Girl. At least I got a chance to fulfill that promise to you before she fell on a spear 10 times. It's entertaining to watch people's reaction to blind plays. Yes, I do agree with that. That's a lot of the reason why I do blind playthroughs, especially for story-related games like this, because I do like having those blind reactions around, and I do like, you know, having other people see them, because it's sort of like how I would want to watch somebody play, like, Super Paper Mario for the first time, but, like, I would be very excited about seeing somebody do that. So, that's sort of what I aim to give the other people. The other people, okay. So I'm gonna fix the quotes. All the quotes should be fixed, by the way. I did add and remove some. Or no, I did remove some while I was transferring them over, but all the quotes should be fixed. It's a really good murder mystery. And even when you win, everybody loses. Oh boy, that's what I noticed. It's like, even if you win, even if you get the case right. Even if you get it right, you still lose. One of the new ones, so that's gotta get fixed. I'll fix it before I head out. And meanwhile, my uncle's gonna be living at our house for the next few days, so I'll probably be around. Despite that, I've been assured that I will be able to be around. I'm just gonna plug the Discord real quick before I head out for those who don't know about it. There are a lot of memes there. We talked a lot of friendly stuff. We're all friends here. Thank you guys so much for all of the support. Thank you to... Okay, let me go back here. King Captain for the bits, Nick for the resub, Sandori's for the follow, Anime Archer, Shell Guy, Chill Reeve for the follow, Lilac for the resub, and Blind Umpire for the host. That is fantastic! Yeah, I'm gonna go host Nomak, who's playing Into the Breach. It's not like a necessary thing, because it's got like 100 viewers, but oh well. Nice guy. Alright, so I'll see you guys on Thursday. Hopefully I'll be able to get Slay the Spire working. If not, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. So, and then next Sunday, for more pain, suffering, hope, and, of course, despair. Or, as we might want to put it, despair. For now, this is Paper Lore Plays, signing off. See you around.